Ladies and gentlemen, here we go with CrazyMovin against Complexity Catz. This match is very important because the winner of this match moves on to the NASL Season 3. The loser gets nothing.
That's bleak. That's bleak, man.
It is.
They're fighting their way through this.
It's been a long and tough journey for both these players. They actually fell out pretty early in the winner's bracket. Or rather, I'm sorry, CrazyMovin was battling for a while. Catz, yes, he recently dropped out. He had a great series against Thorazane. You cast that with me. And now we're over here in a ZVZ. I have to say, Catz's ZVZ has looked kind of interesting lately.
It's looked pretty solid, man, to be honest.
Yeah. He does do a heavy Zergling-based army, and he does counterattacks a lot. And that's why I think it's really interesting, because we don't have that as much. We don't have like the just like focusing your play on countering attacks so much, or at least the Zergs I've seen in this of him have a lot of counterattacks.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a great tactic to use. Obviously, that just means that CrazyMovin can have to be a little more, vigilant with, baneling defense. The vision up ramps, is not that much, so you can just leave some banelings on the top of your ramp. Zergans try to run up there and get splattered, but looks like we just saw a hatch first from CrazyMovin, whereas, of course, Catz, as his name suggests, going for standard play. Went for 14 gas, 14 pool. Just the most standard opening, going to allow him to get speed up pretty darn early. Quite a few lings as well. Probably won't be able to do too much damage to this 15 hatch build early on. Although actually he is going gas rather than rushing pool, but that is pretty standard because you need to be able to get up banelings very early on. Otherwise, a 14 gas, 14 pool build, if they leave the drones in gas, can go for really early banelings and punish a hatch first player since their tech is going to be so delayed. Yeah.
So we'll see how Catz is able to deal with this early expansion. Of course, he has to put the aggression on. Do you think, well, he just took off workers off gas, so he definitely is going for a speedling expand at this point. But what do you think? Do you think it's better to still mine gas with maybe one or two and go banelings after that? I
think you absolutely need, well, maybe not need, but I think it's absolutely the right choice to at least leave one on. Because what you're essentially doing when you leave none on is you're not leaving options open. You're saying to yourself, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this specific build where I'm going to expand. I'm going to do this timing. And I'm not going to care at all what my opponent does. If you leave one on, you're saying, I'm going to try to take an expand and play standard. But if I see that my opponent is playing too risky, I can punish it. So to not leave that option open, it basically means that once Catz finally scouts out the fact that his opponent did go hatch first, it'll be too late for him to just go for ridiculously fast banelings and punish CrazyMovin. Whereas, if he had left one on, he might be able to just rush that out. Get some early banelings morphing in very, very fast in this game, and it would be really hard for CrazyMovin to deal with his later gas. But we see CrazyMovin doing the same thing. He stopped mining completely after 100. But I'm just shocked, man. I mean, coming from, watching Korean players all the time, you'd never get away with this against a Korean player, man. I mean, I guess that's just because they're so hyper aggressive and always will punish these types of openings that they see. But if you just take all your drones off gas like that blindly, especially like CrazyMovin's doing, where he didn't have the full scouting information, that is just a huge risk to take. You can die to early banning busts like it's nothing.
And look at this, one queen being caught out a little bit. There is metabolic boost out for Catz, but not for CrazyMovin. Ooh, Catz actually walks into a very, very big dead end, and he gets thwacked in the face with these Zerglings over here.
Yeah, nice shot by CrazyMovin, leaving them on the upper ground so they would not be seen up that ramp. Catz losing quite a few lings here and some pretty inefficient engagements. Needs to use that speed to his advantage instead of just attack moving like that.
Look at this. CrazyMovin is actually banking Zerglings on the top.
Yeah, he's just hiding them. He doesn't want Catz to realize that he's not droning at all. He's going for a pure speedling all in right now, essentially. I mean, with no gas mining, no drones on the way, not even a spine crawler, nothing. It's pure speedling. This is literally just a pure 100% speeding all in. And yet again, Catz is going to be in trouble because he did not continue mining gas. If he could have just gotten banelings right now, this would be laughable. He would just laugh at CrazyMovin's build right now.
Yeah, and you're going to see the larva advantage going towards CrazyMovin. CrazyMovin is going to take a very big advantage in this. More Zerglings out for him. That's just, I mean, there's not much else to that.
Like GG, man.
36 Zerglings to 4 at this point.
Yeah, that's GG.
Queen dies, and yeah,
that is just sad.
And that's something we see in fast expansions all the time. fast expanding Zergs do have more larvae to work with.
Yeah, of course. So we're going to make more lings. Now Catz is going to lose that queen. He's trying to stay in this game, but it's really futile at this point. He just has nothing to work with. He's going to lose all of his drones now. I don't know why he's not calling out the GG, man, but there it is. Yeah, GG is called out. That was just
weird,
not smart ZVZ play at all. That was just the opposite.
And I wouldn't even say just by Catz, because Catz did lose. Both of them didn't go ban lane.
CrazyMovin, it's not like he scouted the fact. He didn't send a Zergling in and see that he had stopped mining gas. That would have been a smart move. If CrazyMovin had seen that, it'd be like, wow, CrazyMovin, you were smart. That was a great move. You punished your opponent. Exactly right. No, he blindly did it too.
He did. Ding.
Yeah, exactly. You flipped a coin. Nice little
yeah, everybody at home have no clue what I was saying. All they heard was ding.
Yeah, you flip a coin and you're like, well, I'm going to go ahead and just hope that my opponent does X. And if he does, then I win. And if he does Y, then I lose. It's a terrible way to play StarCraft 2. And to see Catz doing that too is really upsetting to me. Yeah, it is frustrating as a caster because all he had to do was leave one drone and gas. That's it. It's not a big deal. Think about the mineral difference between not leaving that drone and gas, leaving it in. It's not a huge disadvantage to leave one drone and gas. And that build literally would have been laughably easy to hold off. So a little bit sad.
Yep.
But hopefully we'll just see some cleaner play in the next game.
Exactly. So let's go there. Game 2 coming up.